sacrifice your soul.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Denied. Sorcery claims me. Need have I focus.
Bad.
Team and get that Inkswell stun, and Grimstroke doesn't want to run and do it himself because of how squishy he is. So Terrorblade's very good with supports that have a stun, because then you pop meta and then you absolutely just womp on them with the bonus damage. And that's why we see is kind of broken with the Terrorblade. I don't want to say broken because it's not really, and I don't really like using that word in, you know, too loosely, but they're using a lot of their reserve time. They ban the Necro. Do they go back for the Terrorblade? The reflect
Quack, quack.
Oh.
Hello.
has this built, can give him the Inkswell, then he can move forward. It's really nice to find this setup. But Cignal Ultra do have a very strong offlane. Rubik, probably one of the strongest position 4s. Mars as well is not easy to kill. Wow, Disruptor. That's interesting versus PL. Because PL can get rid of the Thunderstrike. Disruptor doesn't deal with the illusions. I think Cignal Ultra have to play very aggro with this Disruptor. It's a hero that is not good when the enemy team are running you, because the Glimpse is very strong for pickoffs. Very strong at pickoffs. You want to drag them back when they're out of position and utilize the vision. Right now, Cignal Ultra don't have any vision heroes. TA always comes to mind. You know, Beastmaster for more examples. But they can't beast because they, unless they force the Mars on like a 1 and then beast 3. But beast versus PL feels kind of meh. So usually when I see a Disruptor, I instantly think of a couple of vision heroes that they can play around with. And CR, yeah, they go back for the Earth Spirit. I thought it was going to get banned out because of how well Ohio played it. They leave it in the pool. Ohio's going to pick it up. Disruptor's very bad at any TP rotations. Rubik's better. Like, Rubik's going to be able to kind of keep your mid laner alive. Strife is kind of going fast, actually. Spectre probably has to go Radiance this game. Both PL and Spectre don't come online too fast. PL is probably a little faster. There's some decent vision as well in the Haunt.
10 seconds remaining.
So they've got a lot of like kind of chase potential on Cignal Ultra. And they ban the Conquer, okay. It's just that 9th pick mid lane hero who has a crap load, like not a lot of counters. And it's also someone who can really utilize the Earth Spirit rotation. Cignal Ultra have to be careful that they don't go for a hero that's kind of squishy and easy to kill. Like probably Conquer and DK would have been the best for them. Of course they are banned out though. So now it's really going to hinder who they can draft. Because yeah, the Lina, you're just too squishy. And if Earth Spirit gets on top of you, you're just dead. It is better because you have a Rubik who that can then TP in. Whereas last game you didn't really have any support. But at the moment, I actually don't mind Cignal Ultra's draft. Spectre can be very hit or miss, but your PL is going to kind of slow the game down. Still can kind of, you know, Diffuser Blade, you can ramp it up a little bit, but it's definitely not his like strongest power spike. I do think if this game goes late, I actually am not sure how Spectre fares versus PL. Like if I just think of it in an aspect where Spectre doesn't have like any AoE, I feels like PL is going to be fine. So if they can't deal with the illusions, but CR's damage might kind of fall off, and they need someone to pair it with the Soul Bind. But they're going to pick a Void Spirit here, so someone who can really ramp the pressure. And like I said, Disruptor doesn't like heroes getting on top of you. Void Spirit's very good at that. Can you TA? I'm trying to think of any other mid lane heroes with vision.
10 seconds.
I think TA is the only, isn't it? The traps. I can't think of any others. But usually, well, what do they need? Let's see. They need a playmaker. Rubik and Mars can make plays, but you really want to keep the pressure going.
Choose your hero.
Oh, it could be a mid Rubik actually. I keep forgetting. Cignal Ultra yeah, it's a mid Rubik. Oh no, it's Mars. What am I saying? As soon as I saw that, I got so excited. Cignal Ultra really, Jamesy loves Rubik playing mid. I got so excited for that. God damn. I wouldn't have fit anyway. I don't know why I thought about the Rubik first before the Mars. Legion can deal with the illusions relatively well. So this makes me feel like they think they don't have ways to be able to deal with the PL. Which I guess I'd agree with, but remember how I brought up earlier, I think Mars is okay. Like you can, if you get a decent amount of damage items, like I think Deso Ags, and you just have smash the god through Book out constantly, and PL's illusions won't actually last too long. So they could have a relatively good game here from Cignal Ultra, but let's see. Yeah, they, I'm like Mars just has such like a flexible item build, which is so important for the hero. Like if he wants to go the damage, I guess Legion can get that sustain. But I think it'll just be the natural dual lane. Signal's safe lane looks kind of weak. Disrupt the Spectre. You can probably spam out a lot with the dagger and the Thunder Strike. All right, here we go. I'm excited for this. I think this is a lot more. Like, I don't see a way where either team can kind of end the game really early, which is the one thing. Where last game there kind of was that potential for Team CR. That at the moment here. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2. CR looking to find their first victory for the Cyber Bet. Cignal Ultra going to try and force out a game 3 as we are underway. Never mind, quick pause coming out. So it would be the Mars mid. That's going to be fascinating to watch. Actually, Benho might be able to pop off this game because the only instance stun they have is telekinesis. How does Dissimulate work with Glimpse actually? I don't know. you go into that invulnerable state. So I think you actually might be able to dodge glimpse, which is really nice with the simulator. I'll try and keep attention to that. We'll see as the game goes on, of course, but yeah, I haven't seen Disruptor in a really long time. It does have 2 mangoes, and they have again this mid lane hero now who is very hard to gank. Like the Mars a lot more tankier than what the Lina is. So I wonder if Ohio's rotations are going to feel a little bit more lackluster. They do have a Grimstroke with the Earth Spirit though. This is that combo that we saw kind of when Grimstroke got implemented into Dota. It's a very, very potent combo. So we'll see if they... I imagine Ohio is probably going to pick up roll here to start, but this is going to be a good game. I still think Void Spirit might be able to pop off as Mushi's going to try and wrap around Ohio. Will lead. Finds a kick onto 2. They're going to straight away find Grims here. This is an easy first blood. Who do they give it to? Will Mushi take it? I imagine he will. Oh, the Fairy Fire. Please get the kill. You got so greedy. All right, they dropped the ward for it. Should reveal there's a ward placed there because Mushi right-clicked from that angle and he kind of died here. Well, it looks like the blood's there. So I actually, yeah, I think he would have been in fog. Let's see if he comes back with a sentry. I hope he does. Let's see if he makes that read. I mean, we have that advantage of the read because of kind of we can... Well, one, we see the ward got dropped, but it's very like hit or miss. Like that was almost like a second and he would have been fine. Did he? No, he bought 2 clarities as well. Okay, he's literally just gonna spam. I thought he might come with a Bassi just because even Spectre can spam. But a Bat's gonna go for the Necros this game. This is interesting. We don't really see the Necros on Spectre anymore. Because his mana pool is very, very bad. And it seems like any strength heroes now just don't go for... Moss is one of the few. Beast and Lycan, I will say. So I guess I take that away. You know, we were really seeing Necros a lot more on pretty much everyone for that matter. As Mushi's going to drop here. And so Radiant do have a lot of spam. And you see Ohio, he's going to end up falling as well. This is very nicely done from Radiant. Double kill for Grims. 430 gold, you love to see it. And this is why I thought maybe the Bassi. Because they literally just spam Dagger. They'll literally just spam Thunderstrike. But he could also go for something like a headdress, potentially, but... PL versus Legion in the lane's kind of iffy too. I think Cignal Ultra actually... We'll see how this does end up feeling. Mushi's just dead again. I mean, if the Dazzle keeps constantly dying, your game just feels so awful. They cut down the trees. Already popped the 1 charges. Yeah, Mushi's going to fall. It's a killing spree for the Disruptor. The one issue is that you definitely know Disruptor's going to end up dying, so that spree will get taken away from.
Quack, quack.
Sino? Oh.
Hello.
Teka lang.
But it's going to be quite the regen battle on all the lanes at the moment here. Mid 16-2 compared to the 10-0. Both heroes have a relatively good way of being able to secure CS. I say the level 6, I think, yeah, Ben-Hur, I like the to simulate pickup, just being able to dodge the spear. It's very, very important. The spear has this cast animation, so it's going to be super easy to be able to recognize. And it's also going to be able to give you a way to kind of get out of the arena. If Jamesy does have this level advantage on you, so you don't kind of... You know, if he hits 6 before you do, then if you go for like a 203 build or 302, then you're in a bit of a tricky spot there. So I'm still waiting to see. Maybe Ohio doesn't... I guess if Ohio leaves bot, then Mushi just can't lane. And I wonder if they can even kill mid though. Because this is a much tankier hero than what the Lina was. Grims is going to be really careful. Mushi, once he picks up another level here, they might go. Especially if they get the creep equilibrium in their favor. It's just a range creep, but